when I was a little boy, I thought maybe I could grow up to do Morgan Freeman impressions. No, really, when I was a little boy, I lived in a place called Spanaway, and there was a kid around the corner on the next street over named James. James was the kid who clearly there was a family member listening to AM talk radio with some interesting ideas, mostly coming from Orange County, California. And back then, this is like late 80s, early 90s. He really believed there was a camera in your TV watching you. Now, when you think about every accusation being a confession, you really gotta broadly apply that to whiteness over decades, over generations, right? Because the type of people that would be in Orange County, California at the time are the type of people that want to be the capitalists, want to be on top. That is a white supremacist enclave.
Yeah.
Right? Like, that's why it's like actually dangerous to be around Disney. Like there's a bit of a sundown townishness to it. Yeah, like you don't fuck around. Like they had that Nazi march out there in Anaheim, right outside there. You know, that was like 2014. Right, so those ideas are coming from there. And like, now what are those type of people? Those type of people are Palantir and all the surveillance people that want to watch and know every damn thing you're doing. So like, of course, those people would think someone else put a camera in your TV and wants to watch you because that's what they want to do.
Exactly.
You know, and now we're in that future where those are the people in charge. Their sons are the tech bros, right? Their sons are the ones running around with what is it, the Facebook glasses? Yeah, I forget what they're called. The
Creep glasses.
Yeah, creep meta glasses. Yeah, running around with those. And now Phoenix Leader has this story here.
Yeah.
Where I think, man, this is what they were pretending was already real in 1988.
And yeah, so it's one of those pieces that's not straight journalism. It's like a little bit of a story about someone, right? So there's this woman named Ellen who lives in London, has a new flat after separating from her husband, feeling like it's a fresh beginning.
A new flat.
But one morning in the kitchen, she was enjoying the sun, but then the contentment was broken by the sound of loud music, and the lyrics were threatening. Was it a neighbor? Walking to another room, she found the source was a speaker inside her own home, but the track that was playing was not on any of her playlists. The unease began to mount. Later, she asked her daughter if her daughter had fiddled with the speaker. No. But then it happened again, a different track, still intimidating. And then another day, the same thing happened again. A wave of distress washed over her as she realized the culprit was likely her ex-husband. Yeah, you got to think about how people can use your tech. The latest disturbance was a part of a pattern of gaslighting that she had endured for decades. And he eventually began recording her movements in their house with CCTV cameras. That's terrifying, actually. That's fucking terrifying. So they also note that men, let's be honest, who it is, men are using this to basically gaslight women in their lives. And the article goes on to explain how some of these things manifest itself. And so they note that like these men are changing clock timers so that women are late or appointments are missed, like to pick kids up from school to make them look incompetent as mothers, right? Electricity controls can be tweaked so that household appliances can turn lights on and off. The television can be switched on at full volume to disrupt sleep or neighbors. One woman describes remote tampering with her heating system. Yeah, that's kind of terrifying. You need that. Another tells of a partner eavesdropping on her phone calls with smart speakers after an occupation order forced him to leave the home and cease contact. Yeah, maybe you shouldn't have a smart house. Maybe we should let go of some of this tech.
Yeah.
And like, you know, because I think I'm not the only one. When I hear about the tech stuff, my first instinct is to think about, okay, how is like, you know, like law enforcement or their government going to use it to spy on me type thing. You know, because we've covered stories about, who was the one the other day? The flat cameras were recording kids. And like that was their promo video for police departments was, hey, look at all the kids we have on camera. Like what the, and kids like in swimsuits and shit. Right. So like, that's what I think of. But yeah, actually it makes complete sense that abusive men are also going to use it for coercive control. And okay, hack into your shit and, you know, because it's not just annoying when someone's changing your music. The lyrics were about, like, murder and rape. Like, that's what the song he put on, and, like, that's not very subtle. You know what I mean? Right? Or the thing with, like, the missing appointments by, like, you know, messing with your calendar. If you're in the middle of a custody battle, that is not the time to start missing appointments with your kid.
And the tech does feel too much. Well, also the problem is men.
Yeah.
Which I know I'm that generic broken record, right? Swinging it right back there for the fucking fences there, buddy. The problem is still the men's behavior with it. And now... You know, you're talking about how they use the tech and run it all the way back to those precious 90s again, as a kid in Spanaway and, like, you know, watching TV. You know, I'm done bike riding for the day, doing kid shit. I've caught enough grasshoppers and put them in jars with leaves to recreate their environment. You know, I'm a scientist, and now I'm gonna sit down and watch a little serious TV. You know, I want to know what's going on. I'm gonna watch Hard Copy.
Yeah.
Right, or Inside Edition.
I liked Inside Edition.
Oh, those were the two shows that had the shit, man. You knew what was going down. Right, like watching Hard Copy or Inside Edition now, then, well, that would be like, probably being like I think Democracy Now! Is too ideological. But like some hardcore, like, this is the fucking news. Or that fucking guy that's like a famous newscaster just because he tells the truth out of Colorado.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, like, it's just, you know what, this is where I'm gonna get the shit. And what do you see? One of the things that was pretty regular was some man set up a camera to spy on women and girls in a bathroom. Or that was how I saw that shit of, like, the wildest shit. Where a man had taken a camera, put it in a shoebox, in a shopping bag, turned straight upward.
Oh, God.
Yeah, and he would set it down on the ground. And then when a woman's shopping, he would stand too close to her, so she would step to the side, step over the bag, and record up her dress. Ugh. And it was just, like, what the fuck? So men always, and think the elaborate scheming.
That's the thing, because, like, what? There's so many other things you could have done with your day. So many other things. But this is how you opted to spend your time. Like, there's something wrong with you, and I don't think you can be fixed.
And how long does it take to come up with that? Like, first you have to already be a generally functioning adult to be a person that can afford a video camera in the 90s. Right? You couldn't didn't just every damn body have a fucking video camera. Back then, not even everyone had a fucking Polaroid. That was fancy.
Yeah.
Right? So now you gotta have that. You gotta actually want and buy the video camera. Then you gotta buy tapes. Then you gotta think of this idea.
Right.
Right? Like, I'm gonna get, let me think, a shoebox. Cut the hole just like this. You're engineering. You just, you made a rape culture machine.
It's weird. I don't get it. And the article also notes that one of the problems, too, with the technology is that now, because men have access to all these forums and AI, they're using AI to get tips on how to basically hack into their ex's shit. Yeah. And, you know, film them and record them and, you know, mess with their stuff. And it's like, another reason to hate AI. Not that we needed more, but here's yet another one. And of course, the article finishes off by talking about, are tech companies doing enough? Of course, all the tech companies insist that this is not what their products were made for, and they're taking safety concerns seriously. They aren't. They don't give a shit about anything but profit. That's, you know, come on.
Which, and it's like, again, man, like, you get the right kind of support behind you, get the right kind of people elected, doge that shit. Just kick in the doors, just be like, yo, we're taking your shit over. We're shutting. Oh, is this the computer thing? Is this the mainframe? Right? I don't know computers like that. I'm gonna walk in like a fucking 80s movie villain. Oh, this is the mainframe. I gotta reroute it through the Friendster. And I'm gonna fucking just take axes and just bash it up. I mean, it's electrical shit. Just unplug it and break it.
Yeah.
Just physically break it and then turn to the person that may say, you don't get to have that anymore. too fucking bad. My investment, invest these nuts, nigga.
Right.
And then take it to the American people and be like, this is what they were doing to your privacy. And then they said my investment. And then your president said, invest these nuts.
I would love that to happen, actually.
What Americans mad at that?
I'm just saying. And it's, just, oh God, I hate people's reliance on like all this tech shit. It really makes me so uncomfortable. Like I am a Luddite. I know that. I don't care. But also because shit like this, and I think that's like the thing we don't think about it, right? Because they're really good at marketing. Like, oh, but look at like all the cool stuff that you can do with Alexa. It memorizes everything for you. I don't want anything to memorize everything about me. Like, I don't want people to memorize anything about me, let alone a fucking machine.
Think about everything cool you were already doing in 2004.
Yeah.
You ever think about that shit? Because 2004, that was 1 year before cameras and phones were the fucking thing. Mm-hmm. Right? That was like right before MySpace popped.
Oh.
2004, you had DVR cable boxes where you could record your show and fast forward through the commercials. Mm-hmm. You had DVDs. VHS tapes were still being manufactured, but not as much. You had CDs and you could buy MP3s online. You could make your choice. Hey, I really like this album. I want to have the booklet and the whole thing. I want the disc. This artist, I do like and I kind of want to support him. I'm going to buy 3 MP3s for 99 cents. I just like those 3 songs.
Yeah.
You could do... In 2004, we had all that shit.
Yeah. And now it's...
Maybe tech should have stopped then.
Tech should have stopped.
We didn't have algorithms.
Yeah, we didn't have algorithms. But also I think like the thing is people don't think about the fact that why would you think Jeff Bezos has your best interest at heart? Have you seen everything else that Amazon does? And
also, let me correct myself. We did have algorithms. Yahoo had an algorithm.
Okay.
Yeah, in Yahoo Music, if because you know me, I'm like 19, 18 years old and I make my Yahoo Music account so that when I go to Yahoo, it just plays, type in Brother Lynch Hung. And then what happens? It's like, oh, you like Brother Lynch Hung? Then it's going to play some Holotip. It's going to play some SIBO. It's going to play some Marvelous and some Lunatic. And so that was an algorithm. So there were algorithms.
Okay. But yeah,
but it was for music.
Right.
Yeah.
It's different. This shit is so invasive. And it's like, so the next logical step, you know what that's going to be?
What up?
Men going to forums where they can pay to access this information, like have someone hack it for you so you can see what she's doing.
Right.
Yeah.
And I guess that's men supporting other men. Hey, this guy has a business of getting into this, hacking this stuff, and you need someone to hack. Because you feel like you own women. Mm-hmm. You gotta get that shit out of your head. That shit is weird and crazy. You are not entitled to a body to ejaculate into. That seems to be the biggest concern is I gotta have a body to ejaculate into. And also like in the context of hierarchy and where women stand as a commodity, I'd like one that I can brag to other men about. Okay, can't really brag that much. Will the other men say at least it's cute? Okay, well, will the other men say, hey, well, you got to do something? Well, what if, can I just hide it? I just want something. I want a body to own.
Oh, God. I wish I would have fucking saved the Reddit thread I was reading, but it was one of those, like, am I the asshole threads, which is always just, those are such a shit show. But it was a guy who was basically complaining because his girlfriend dresses too modestly. Yeah. So, like, what? And like,
that was a moment in podcast world where it's audio and I made a face.
Yeah. And, like, people started, talking to him in the comments and, like, I want to say, like, we did it. Like, it was a team effort. We got him to finally acknowledge what his real problem was. He didn't like the fact that other men couldn't see how hot her body was. He didn't like the fact that she wears, like, oversized sweaters and hoodies and shit because other men couldn't tell how nice her boobs were, basically. Like,
which so that's what really matters to you. And have we not been saying this shit on the podcast? And I can't be the only one. right? I just haven't read enough of the books to find the first person to talk about that it's trophyism is the language I've been using. Yeah, which I don't think I invented that either. I just started saying it one day. It's fucking trophyism. Prance around, look at what I is begot. Like I remember when I first learned that gay people didn't have rights, so I started like trying to find anything where there were like panels of gay people, documentaries, discussions, and there was one where a gay man was talking about what he would do if he was bi, and he was like, man, if I was bi, my girl would have to be light skinned, thick, so when I walk down the streets, all the fellas is hooting and hollering at her, and it's just like, you don't even want someone that is compatible with you for you two to be a couple. You want a trophy.
You want a trophy, yeah. And then one of the women in the comments was like, I don't like dressing like that because I don't like men commenting on my body when I'm out in public. And he goes, but why wouldn't you like that? Okay. And like, I feel like it's a bit of an oversimplification about the gender roles and whatnot. But that whole thing about like, why you don't want men to hit on you because you suddenly feel like you might be the prey instead of the predator.
Yeah.
That's fucking why. Like, yeah, but yeah, he was so serious. He's like, but why wouldn't she like that? I don't understand. I just want other men to see. She works out all the time. She has a great body. I just don't know why she doesn't want everyone to know that. Because she fucking doesn't. Stop being weird.
Fuck, and that's Reddit, Am I the Asshole?
Yeah.
And you were like a participant in this?
I was mostly just scrolling it.
Okay.
And I was like, yeah. Yeah, I go there sometimes just to be like, what are people talking about? What are people doing? You know, which actually, let me be honest, I'm actually an Am I the Angel? Which is a subreddit of people who just find like ridiculous off the wall shit like that and put it in there. So it's sort of like an already curated, look at this shit show of a thread type of subreddit.
That should be something you do too. Y'all, everybody knows Phoenix Calida does indeed have a microphone.
I do.
Yep. That should be something you do. You should do a daily...
I even did show prep for a thing to cover when you're at work today.
Ooh.
So there.
Good. Spit that gangster shit. And you have all your login information. I don't know why I'm recording this part.
Yes.
All right. But yeah, Phoenix Calida does have a program called The Unheard Hour. You should listen to it with your eardrums.
You should.
All right.